Hey, remember we did an anti-war rally in Washington, D.C. a Sunday ago, and it got smeared by the press left and right? There are thousands of people at that anti-war rally. Well, a couple of hundred people showed up for a pro-war rally.
You don't see enough of them, pro-war rallies, you know?
You don't. Oh, here it is. It says, right, Reuters. It says hundreds gathered in Washington, D.C. to protest against Russia's invasion of Ukraine and to demand further aid from the U.S. So I'll determine that for you. Hundreds of CIA plants and psyops gathered in Washington, D.C. to protest against Russia's provoked invasion of Ukraine and to demand further war and more missiles and money for war be sent for more war that Ukraine provoked.
You know, if you want to protest Russia's invasion, a good place to do it would be Russia. Like, why are you protesting here where they're giving you stuff?
They're giving you everything you want right here in the United States. So here's the video.
And America strengthening and
everything possible to uphold the fundamental principles.
365 days of sorrow, losses, tragedies, and destruction. But we are not talking about that today. We are talking about 365 days of heroic, almost impossible fight.
If Putin really was Hitler, I'm pretty sure Ukrainians would be partnering with him.
Yeah, when they collaborate.
Yeah. I mean, just historically.
I mean, let's just say this crowd, I don't want to, it would make Scott Adams feel real safe, put it that way.
Ukrainians put defending our homes, loved ones, our independence, our dignity, our sovereignty, freedom and democracy.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава!
So this is the pro-war rally that Reuters is covering positively. There was an anti-war rally that nobody even covered, and when they did, they covered it. They smeared everybody in it as a white supremacist crazy nut.
It's amazing too. And didn't they? So this is directly because of the anti-war
right.
rally.
So this is because we did an anti-war rally, and now they had the CIA had to come up with some bullshit pro-war rally, and they could only get a couple hundred people out, as according to Reuters.
I would love it.
Hundreds. That means 200.
I'd love to talk to that one black guy that they just showed after I
Yes.
made the white, because I'm dying to know the story of what he got paid to show up for that and hold his kid.
I think that people were desperate and shocked and baffled. And this year it's different. This year we have hope, and we are certain that Ukraine will win, because we can see that Ukraine is winning already with the use of.
I mean, so how, honest to God, so this is just complete propaganda. Ukraine is not winning at all. It's the exact opposite. Your people are being slaughtered and used as slaughter.
Crash dummies for America's
right.
hegemony.
all the support from the US and Europe.
Save Ukraine! Save the world!
What about Syria? You know, the United States is still occupying a third of Syria, the oil part. How come nobody cares about getting us out of another country?
Did we ever get involved with one of these like proxy things where we didn't claim it was somehow saving the whole world?
No, it's always is.
Vietnam was like,
Vietnam.
that's because
that was the domino theory.
Yeah.
The domino theory was Vietnam. They're doing it now. That's a new domino theory.
Shame on Russia! Shame on Russia!
Stop raping Ukrainians! Stop killing Ukrainians!
Who could be against stopping rape and stopping killing children?
Children!
Who could be against that? Right? So I just want to show you, guess who showed up? Do you know who that is? I said bought media pushing for more. They won't cover a peace rally, but they can't get enough of pro-war power.
Oh, I recognize her.
So do you recognize her? I don't know.
From waking up in a cold sweat. The night hag?
The leader of the... She's that war hag. She was great in Macbeth. Anyway, leader of the CIA front operation keeps a watching brief on the support march she helped organize. So this is all AstroTurf.
She's not the one that Zero Dark 30 and they got Jessica Chastain to play.
I don't know anything about Zero, but I bet it is.
I bet she thinks of herself as Zero Dark 30 chick. I bet she does.
So this is Samantha Power. So that's who that is. So I'm going to show you her speech. This is Samantha Power, and she is a bloodthirsty murderer. And she's been involved in all the murderous shit that the United States has been doing since the late 90s. And, days after ignoring an anti-war rally 4 times this size, British intelligence-linked Reuters highlights a Ukrainian embassy AstroTurf event meant to gin up support for endless arms shipments to the most corrupt regime in Europe. AstroTurf. You expect me to believe that a bunch of American taxpayers didn't get together to sing traditional Ukrainian songs in Ukrainian to demand more money that goes to Ukraine? You're trying to tell me that wasn't organic? You're trying to tell me what I just saw was AstroTurf? A bunch of people speaking with Ukraine accents, and now Samantha Power is going to speak? Hang on.
The United States will continue to be a partner not only...
I mean, I bet a lot of these protesters came from as far away as East Palestine, Ohio.
Ukraine's defense, not only in the war to defeat Putin and his forces, but in the fight to strengthen Ukraine's democracy and its economy. We will provide the seeds and supplies to the farmers who are out there sidestepping unexploded landmines to plant next year's crops. Right now.
Right now.
We will help bring international businesses back to Ukraine to help build a...
That's right. We're going to turn it into BlackRock, Blackwater haven. We pledge to stand with and over Ukraine, making sure it does what we want when we want something liberty, something Chinese balloon. Thank you. That's all this is. Hey, Reuters, where were you when there was a friggin' peace march? Don't know. Where were you guys last Sunday? People were saying, hey, so they don't really care about Ukrainians. I mean, then they would be demanding peace talks like the Rage Against the War event did last weekend, which you didn't cover. All this does is prolong the war, killing more people. That's right. If these people really cared about Ukrainians, they'd be demanding a peace settlement. Here's a better idea. Let's get them all plane tickets to the front line. Surely they don't expect working class people to do all the fighting for them.
I'm sure that redhead is killed before. I'll give it to her.
Why aren't they demanding peace? Good question. What is this? The annual Neocons Are Us gathering? That's exactly what it is. Oh, yeah. They're not asking how we're going to pay for it, are they? No.
To save the world, Jimmy.
And here's all the Nazis that they're standing with.
Oh, man.
Ukraine's filled with them. They have a big influence on their government and their military.
Well,
and
don't
that's
show them
why
that Putin picture with the mustache. They're going to take it either really bad or really well.
The Snow Himbo says, so where's all the outrage from leftists who shrieked down the Rage Against War rally? It's oddly quiet given that this is an actual pro-war rally. Yeah, that's what I thought. Clowns.
And where's Dave Weigel from?
Right? Shouldn't Dave Weigel from the Washington Post be there? He's for war. He's always for war.
He's put these together before.
Dave Weigel, who covers progressives for the Washington Post, who used to organize pro-war rallies during the Iraq War. Of course, that's the guy Jeff Bezos hired to cover progressives, a guy who organized pro-war rallies.
But didn't join.
No, he did. Dave Weigel didn't go fight in the Iraq War. He just wanted other people to go fight in it.
Now, you go do it.
So I like this. Interesting that none of the shit-lib dividers who smeared the anti-war rally as being full of white supremacists are criticizing this very diverse group of individuals who showed up to support the military demolition of Ukraine and no-bid rebuilding contracts for BlackRock. That's exactly what this is. This is a great... So in 2008, liberals wanted to end imperialism, occupy Wall Street, stop illegal spying, abolish the DHS, pharma profits kill us, dissent is patriotic, and reset with Russia. Now, Our enemies are the real imperialists. We aren't in a recession. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about. Trust the science. Free speech is not absolute, and nuke Moscow now.
Well, it looks like they really handled that problem that was brewing in 2008, huh?
Yes.
Very successfully.
They got it.
Ooh.
So if you want to know what this woman is successful at, this woman who's speaking, Samantha Power, here's what she's good at. She's good at doing this. This is what America comes to Iraq, Palestine, Afghanistan, Kashmir, Lebanon, Libya, Rohingya, Syria, Yemen. This is what we do.
It's a freedom collage.
And that's what we're doing to Ukraine right now. And if you don't know it, shame on you for believing the same people who did all this. Doing live stand-up comedy in Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, and Hartford, Connecticut. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets and become a premium member. Get access to all our content.